On one of the most crowded streets of the city, an old musician would play his guitar and sing every day. Like the hopes that have disappeared from a person's eyes, his music was also mixed with sadness. This man, who once had a joyful life, now played his guitar on the streets in the moments when he was exhausted, expressing his lost dreams in every melody. Every chord was a slice of his past. Every song was a reflection of an abandoned life. It didn't matter if it was raining or sunny. Most of the people walking on the street either looked away or took a few coins out of their pockets and threw them away. However, that man somehow continued to bring out the melody inside him, holding on to life with music. At the end of every day, he would go to bed with a few pennies in his pocket and the echo of a broken melody in the strings of his guitar. But that day, everything was different, because that day he was playing his last song. When he started playing his last song, the emotions inside him had accumulated. Years of struggle, lost hopes, forgotten dreams. That song was like a farewell. It had such a deep meaning that it was as if he was ending his life with a melody he played for the last time. Unfortunately, none of his musical past talents or songs had any value. That old musician was now a man playing guitar on the street, a person lost in his past. At that moment, unexpectedly, someone passing by on that street turned his eyes to him. That person was Trump. Yes, you heard right, Trump. A well-known businessman and former president came across this homeless musician in the middle of the street at that very moment. When the crowd of people in the city noticed Trump, they immediately surrounded him. However, Trump listened to the last song the musician played, regardless of the crowd. At that moment, the musician paused for a moment. How could this be? Trump had come to him at a time he least expected, in a way he least expected. Trump was almost one with every note of the musical piece for a while. Then he took another step forward, approached the musician, and took something out of his jacket pocket. "I want to help you," he said. "This song of yours is very valuable, but I can't let a talent like you go to waste on the street. You have a chance." As the musician stared in disbelief, Trump extended his hand. "Take this," he said. "It's an opportunity that will change your life." The musician, in shock and not understanding what had happened, took Trump's hand. "But I'm just a street artist. No one listens to me. My songs are only heard here, on this street," he muttered. Trump smiled. "These are just passing thoughts. Your story and your songs will resonate in every corner of the world. No person can pass without hearing this song and not recognize you." That moment was a turning point for the musician. Trump had not only given him an opportunity, but also opened a path that would change his future. His talent was now too valuable to ignore. Trump offered the musician the opportunity to record a new album, organize concerts, and collaborate with world-famous artists. The musician had the biggest chance of his life, but even then, he still couldn't fully accept this fact. It was hard to imagine that the transition from a street artist to a star on the world's biggest stages was just a few steps away. The musician changed his life with the opportunity Trump offered. He was no longer a man playing guitar on the street, but a famous artist. But he never forgot that corner street, the old melodies on the strings of his guitar. He grew up remembering those sad chords coming from the streets with every step he took. Yet he never forgot where he started on that corner with every song he sang. Sometimes life comes from a place where, even if all hope seems lost, everything can change in an instant. A song, an opportunity, a word. And sometimes you need an unexpected person for everything to change. Trump's intervention at that moment was powerful enough to change a street musician's life. And perhaps most importantly, the musician understood once again that sometimes the biggest dreams come true in the most hopeless moments, in the most unexpected ways.